What would you do if someone said something harsh to you in public? How would you respond? Would you respond angrily and yell back? Or would you respond with a soft answer? The Bible declares in Proverbs 15:1 that a soft answer turneth away wrath, but a grievous word stir up anger. I plan to tell you how to divert a person's anger by responding the biblical way and how my mom taught me this lesson. Alan Martin said, a soft answer is like asbestos, and that it takes full brunt of flames without catching fire itself. First, you don't shout, and you don't yell back. Second, you give your answer or rebuttal softly and calmly. And lastly, if you respond softly and calmly, you have just won the war. It's very important that you do not yell and especially shout when responding to people. You may want to answer back the same level that they are, but hold your peace. I had a very unhealthy way of speaking to people, me myself. I had a way of turning a good conversation bad. I can remember a long time ago my mother had made me extremely angry, and I began saying things to her I knew would hurt her feelings. Yet, eyes filled with tears, she kept her calm. Me, myself, being the angry person I used to be, anger man. I continued to yell and be irate at her and obnoxious. The calmer she was, the angrier I got, and the meaner my words became. All I wanted her to do was yell back, act like she didn't like what I was saying, but for some reason she wouldn't do that. Yet she did what I'm going to tell you in my second point to do, which is this. Give your answer or rebuttal softly and calmly. When you answer back calmly and adding a little softness to your answer, you weaken the position of the person that's yelling at you. In other words, they need you to be angry so that they can feed upon the anger that you're using to fuel back at them. And the only way to defeat them is to starve them of the energy they're looking for, which they're hoping to come from you. My mommy answered me in a calm and a soft answer. The more she talked, the more I felt my anger subsiding. I even tried to bring it back up, but for some reason I just couldn't. I began to, Mama, you're making me mad. Just be mad for a minute. But it was at that moment when I felt my anger turning into hurt and sorrow. Why was I talking to my mama like this? This is the woman that God blessed me to come through her birth canal and come out of her loins and give me life. I realized that nothing I did or said would make her respond in the way that I thought I needed her to. So her tears became mine, and I felt guilty for disrespecting her the way I did. I apologized and vowed that no matter how mad I got at her, I would never disrespect her in that way again. It was hard holding on to my anger, but because of her actions, I had to extinguish the fire within me and apologize for my actions. As long as you refuse to argue with the person that's angry, they'll find it difficult to keep their anger fueled. In the end, believe it or not, you win the war. Once they realize that they are arguing by themselves, they have no choice but to subside and find a way to actually talk things out without yelling, without arguing. What we do is, in American society today, is we try to say the harshest words to each other. If you say something harsh, I got to say something harsher. If you say something loud, I got to say something louder. La 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 la, yeah, all that stuff. We have to do it that way in order to feel like we've won. But after the argument, my mom made me some food and we were able to laugh and talk about it. She did not repay evil with evil, but she repaid my evil actually with good. She won the war, and it was clear to see that me, being the man that I am, I lost. Right. I use my mom as an example of how a model Christian should act when faced with someone who is yelling and being irate towards you. If you allow or follow those steps that I just forementioned, victory over that situation is a guarantee. Now, I apply that same principle to every situation that I face in this instance. For instance, I went to work one morning, and the lady walks up to me, the supervisor, and before I can say anything, she says to me, "Shut up, don't say nothing, just listen." And before I knew it, I said, "Lady, who you think you talking to?" Then I had to stop, I had to pause, calm down, because she was just as angry, but I was about to be angrier, and then somebody would have lost their job, and somebody would have been yelling and screaming, and that's just not me. I guess Alan Martin was right when he said a soft answer is like asbestos, in that it takes full brunt of the flames without catching fire itself. I can truly find that quote to be true in my life. My references came from A Soft Answer Turns Away Wrath, Chi on the JMV, all things JVM related. All I'm trying to say to you all is, in our anger, we need not respond in our anger, because sometimes in our anger we say things that we can't take back. We say things that we really don't mean, but because we're angry, they roll off of our tongues in that way. That's why James said that our tongue is a small member of our body, but oh, what a great fire it can kindle. Watch what you say, watch how you say it, and watch how God can divert your anger into something that will be beneficial for you and the person that you feel really deserves your anger. Peace out.